Hi, my name is Gloria Tennant, and I have chosen early childhood education as my career path. What is early childhood education? Early childhood education is the education of young children from birth to the age of 8. It is such a crucial time in a child's life of development. The brain is developing so quickly and soaking up so much information. So these years are really crucial. So we as educators are there to foster an environment that the children can explore and develop their social, physical, cognitive, and language skills. And they really do need us to be there to create experiences for them so that they can safely explore life in that kind of way. Certain career positions. Well, the first thing I wanted to say was if the biggest thing, if you wanted to become an early childhood educator, the first thing to ask yourself is, do you like children? Because if you don't, then this is not the career for you, because it really requires a lot of patience. It really requires sensitivity and compassion and empathy for others. And if you don't have that, you are not in the right place. And I know a lot of people who have become early childhood educators and have gone to school for that and don't really have a passion for it, and they end up failing or hurting themselves or hurting others by not doing what they really are meant. So some career positions in the early childhood field start off with the assistant teacher or the teacher's aide. They're responsible for following up with lesson plans that the lead teachers create for the day, like art projects or activities for the children. They are to instruct the children and supervise any kind of play during the day. They are in charge of snack time, and if they are with infants or toddlers, they're also responsible for diapering and feeding those children. They really are the front face of preschool because they are always with the children. They are having one-on-one with all of them when they can, and they're really getting to know all of them to be able to help each one in their own individual ways. They also do light housekeeping and clean toys when needed because of germs. And so it's a really wonderful thing to be an assistant teacher. I started off being an assistant teacher, so it's really a wonderful position. And I hope to one day be promoted to lead teacher, which we'll be talking about next. So the lead teacher's responsibility is to create lesson plans with the curriculum. They're also responsible for supervising the academic and emotional development of the children, and they are to maintain open communication with parents. The director and owner, they have responsibility of running the show. They're in charge of all the paperwork for the children and staff, and they're responsible for the building itself, dealing with DSS and DHEC and fire safety, all that stuff, being up to date on immunizations. They have a lot of responsibility that goes unnoticed, dealing with payroll and paperwork. It really is a big responsibility, but it's also very rewarding. And you can also own your own preschool one day. So we're going to go on to educational background. What do you need to have under your belt to be able to work as a preschool teacher? Usually you need to have your associate's degree in early childhood education. Some places require that, but some places don't, and you actually can just get certificates in certain classes and just have a certain amount of hours that you have to have an upkeep with throughout your years of working. Now we're going to talk about some career locations. There's many places where you could work. You could work in a church preschool, or a public school, home daycare, or a child care center that is state run that usually it has the Head Start program. There's plenty of places that you could work. I personally work in a church preschool, and they have the same standards as any other preschool, and we are for kindergarten readiness, and it's a really wonderful place to work. And I know lots of people who work in public school and have their own home daycare. So this is the median annual wages for preschool teachers in different locations. For example, elementary school, state and local and private schools, the median is about $47,000 annually. Individual and family services around $32,000. Religious, like church preschools, are around $31,000, and child daycare services are usually for preschool teachers are usually around $28,000 annual. The next thing we can talk about are promotions, and we already talked about how you start off as an assistant teacher, you can move up to be lead teacher, and then you can move up to be in an administrative position, either directing the preschool or owning your own preschool. So there's a lot of rewarding factors to become an early childhood educator, and I'm blessed to be able to be a part of it.